and
How
welcome.
are you guys doing?
Me particularly, or just?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm great.
You're great?
Yeah, I just got back from a 2-day weekend. Got to see a play, stayed at a hotel.
A 2-day weekend?
Yeah.
That's pretty normal.
Oh yeah, but like out of town. Well, I spent it out of town, so it was nice.
Out of town? Okay.
It wasn't all here. Anyways, welcome to Atheist Sunday School. We've got some stuff.
We do have some stuff. We're doing 4 chapters today.
I guess.
27,
28, 29, and 30.
And 30. Because
we care.
why not?
Yeah,
we care about reading.
Get through Genesis faster
Yeah.
by doing that.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
So, I mean, I think we did challenge ourselves to 4 last week, perhaps. And that's why it was written that way. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, people did say they didn't
Well,
mind.
I wrote it that way.
They wanted it to go forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
It never ends.
Never stop streaming.
Yeah, it never ends.
We'll all be priests by the time we're done with this.
I mean, that is the plan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, especially Chris.
Oh, for sure. I ordained and everything. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so
No eye rolling.
One of us has to become an imam. And another one has to be a rabbi, and another one has to be a priest.
Well, I think you can be
And
the
we could
rabbi.
make the jokes.
Oh, that's my sugar, Lawrence. Oy vey.
Yeah, see, you're already doing a good job.
Ah.
All right. Before we get started, hello, good
Howdy.
morning. Before we get started, we want to ask you guys the kind of content you enjoy seeing on this channel. Do you like mystery, forged fiction, our like one-off special videos? Do you like secret lab reports, armchair philosophy? What do you like? Do you like this show? Because
If you like
I
this
like this show.
that's great.
I do like this show.
Probably
I like
the
this
best show. Yeah.
So we want to know what you guys like. We want to make things better for our base. We want to get people excited for our content. So we'd love to hear your opinions on all that.
Maybe I should throw in like a card under there with like the name of the episode and stuff. I don't know. I could have.
Oh
I could have
yeah,
something.
that'll bring in the clicks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all those clicks.
I don't think that'll make much difference.
No, it would not.
All right then.
All right. Well, anyways, we're still in Genesis.
We are still in Genesis.
Still in Genesis. We're in the King James Version right here. We got 2 other versions right here. Lawrence, why don't you keep that one open to the same chapter we're on, and Chris, why don't you keep that
That's
one
a great
open
idea,
to the same
actually.
chapter
You
that
know,
we're
I don't
on.
know why we haven't been doing that. To
Yeah.
be fair.
So,
Wow,
chapter
this is
27 of
okay.
Genesis.
This is an old book.
Yes,
I'm gonna
it
have
is
to
a
be
very
pretty
old
careful
book.
with this one.
Chris, you
Yeah.
broke it.
It was like
No,
that
you broke
when
it.
I got here.
Chris,
It was-
you broke it.
Yeah,
No.
it was like that.
No, Chris broke it.
Okay, Chris gets to have broken it.
Oh.
Okay, we're at chapter 27 of Genesis.
Just a lot. These pages are so thin. It's amazing that it's held together at all.
Oh yeah.
Why is that amazing?
I don't know, man. It's like maybe a hundredth of a millimeter thick, and it's still, you know, like I'm not breaking it by touching it.
Well, this book
Those things break.
was printed in 1917.
Okay, yeah. See? That's pretty impressive. All right, let's try not to break it any more than it already is.
Well, they used to take bookbinding very seriously.
Oh, for sure. And I really liked they don't have anything here, but sometimes they have the marble at the front.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite things that they don't really do anymore. I mean, it's just for fun now. Nobody
Yeah.
does it in every book.
So here's something amusing before we get started. One of the first section of the ESV has a section called "Why Read the Bible?" And the first sentence is, "What you have in your hands right now is a supernatural book."
Wow.
Yeah, we're all gonna be wizards.
The
man.
words of this book, the Bible, are not merely human words.
Whoa. Man, that is some nice context for it.
Human music.
Human.
Human words.
I enjoy human things.
I guess everyone's a robot now, guys.
Yeah.
Yep, everyone. Absolutely everyone.
All right, so we're at chapter 27. So it says,
Hello.
Hi. It says, and it came to pass that when Isaac was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here I am. And he said, Behold now, I am old. I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field and take me some venison. And make me a savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die.
You know, I always find this really funny. Whenever they say behold, I always think of that Futurama episode where, what are their names? I always forget their names. The two aliens.
From which part?
I am Lur
Oh.
from the planet Omicron Persei 8.
Yes.
And there was that episode where they had the candy hearts, and one of them said, I love you, and his wife was all like, I love you. What is this love? And Lur's all like, surely it says love. And she's like, no, behold, with an Earth W. So whenever someone in the Bible says behold, I'm thinking of her saying behold.
Yes.
Well, behold.
They said behold a lot.
Yes, they do, and
This
every
phrasing
single
is
time.
this phrasing is the worst, man. I can't believe they say like this part where it's like,
When they're saying behold, really what that translates to in modern vernacular is something like
look.
look,
Let's see.
man.
Yeah. No, I get you, but every single time I get
he
that image.
called, and then he said, and then he said, and onto him he said, behold. That's like all in the same thing. It's not very smart. I don't like how many times he said and beheld things.
So, Isaac has asked Esau to get him some venison because he's like, I'm gonna die soon.
Yeah,
probably."
just get me some food.
Yeah. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake unto Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat and bless thee before the Lord before my death.
Man, they are doing that rephrasing thing, or saying what people just said, or heard even. I don't think anyone said anything. She just said what we heard already, which is kind of annoying.
Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch from thence 2 good kinds of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, which is he loveth. And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, that he may bless thee before his death.
So venison isn't goat.
It's
in this-
usually deer.
Yeah.
But
Right.
In this translation, it's just food.
It's just food.
Yeah.
And it says in this translation, 2 good kids of the goats, so the younger goats.
Yeah, this just says young goats.
Right.
But I find that really interesting that in this version, they were just like, yeah, venison's goat. Like, I don't know if they had that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like that kind of labeling.
Yeah.
Did they call things venison?
Probably.
In like the 1600s? Maybe.
I also think a lot of this might have changed over even between these.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the thing is, different translators translate things differently.
Right.
So-
I mean, you can see there's differences here, but now think that these are all very similar. And there are other ones that, I think a lot is missing from the actual intended.
Well, a lot of
Possibly,
Hebrew
yeah.
words can translate into a lot of different things depending on context.
Yeah.
But to recap, Rebekah has just told Jacob how he's going to trick his poor blind old father into giving him his blessing instead of his brother.
Oh, right.
Right.
Man, Jacob's a dick.
I think Rebecca's a dick. Rebecca's the one who's like convincing people to do stuff.
Yeah.
Jacob's just also a dick.
Well, I mean, he went along with it, so yeah.
And before that, when
No, he wasn't a good guy before that. We're not. His case was already bad before this.
Yeah.
right,
And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, "Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, not a blessing."
so hairy
No.
men are apparently bad, and smooth men are apparently good.
No.
Well-
Really, what he's saying is his dad is blind, and when he feels for his brother, who's a hairy man, he'll immediately find out that he's lying. It's to say he's who he is to get the blessing,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
because he'll
Right.
reach
No, I
out and
gotcha.
feel that he's got smooth skin.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And his mother said unto him, "Upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice, and go fetch me them."
Wow. Not a blessing is what it says here, instead of curse.
Right.
Upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, Upon me, be thy curse. Oh yeah, it still
Yeah.
says that.
His mother said to him, "Let your curse be on me." Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Let your
weird.
curse be on me, my son. Only obey my voice, and go bring them to me.
Right. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob, her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. So,
She did all the work, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
He's
Well, he
just
went
a,
out
he's
and
just a
hunted.
pawn.
he's a pawn. Yes.
right. And he came unto his father and said, "My father," and he said, "Here am I. Who art thou, my son?" And Jacob said unto his father, "I am Esau thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me." And Isaac said unto his son, "How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son?" And he said, "Because the Lord thy God brought it to me." And Isaac said unto Jacob, "Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not."
So I just want to pause here. It's really interesting that they're having this conversation, but apparently there's no difference in voice
Oh no,
between
no.
these two.
I think that is hilarious that it's not brought up, but you'd have to assume he's mimicking his brother. He'd be like, "Yeah, Dad, it's me, Esau," you know.
Well, no, they were twins.
Oh, right.
It's just that Esau came out first.
They were identical twins?
I don't think it
Specifies.
It just says they're twins.
Okay.
Did it say they're twins?
But why
Yeah.
does one have a hairy arm? Okay, they can't be identical twins.
They can't be
They
identical.
can't be
twins.
identical twins with the whole
But-
smooth man, hairy man thing.
They must have some similar traits.
Probably.
They might have similar.
Well, they're
voices.
related. Of course, they have similar traits. Yeah.
Right.
Good call, man.
Right. And Jacob went near to Isaac his father and felt him and said, "The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau." And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy as his brother's Esau's hands. So he blessed
Oh
him.
yeah, he did tell
So
the voice was
he
different.
did tell the voice, but it's like when he asked right away what he is like, "I just want to make sure you're that one."
Yeah.
And now he's groping some
And now he
dead
brings
goat
up the
skin.
voice.
Now, yeah, but now he's groping some dead goat skin right after that.
Yes.
And I'm sure he's like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely my kid." This is ridiculous.
This is right, yeah.
This is
This is
silly.
exactly what my child.
Right.
It's like, holy shit.
So he blessed
Anyways,
him. And he said, "Art thou my very son Esau?" And he said, "I am." And he said, "Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee." And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, "Come near now, and kiss me, my son." And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field, which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be that blesseth thee. And
Wow.
it came to pass.
That's like everything.
So it's
He gave him the covenant, pretty much. The whole deal.
well, it's not a covenant because it's not. It's definitely not a covenant, but it's
Well, it's the same gifts of the covenant.
right. But the thing is, it's really interesting that Jacob went through this even though he had already bribed his brother out of
His birthright.
Yeah. So it's really interesting that they go through this anyways.
Well, I suppose they would need a way to convince Isaac to do it.
They trick him, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just weird to me. All right.
Well, presumably Esau did not intend for his father's blessing to be part of the birthright arrangement.
Although it does say that he's going to have control over the nations,
Yeah, he gets a similar
and that
thing.
would be included in that, would it not?
I guess.
I think everybody gets lied to. I don't see anybody controlling.
Everyone's a liar. in the
Everybody's
Bible.
been lying about this whole...
Maybe that's why everything's so fucked up. Everyone's just lying to each other.
Because I haven't seen everybody get the fat of the land. It still seems like people have things suck a lot. And, all these things that they keep saying they're going to get.
These sound like traditional Jewish birthday wishes. Like, I hope you have health and happiness and
Yeah.
food, and they always throw in food in there. I don't know if that
Yeah.
happened to you, but yeah, like every single birthday, my grandparents always
the fat
call me
places of the earth.
pretty much doing
which is
this.
on mine it says that.
Yeah, except that they always exclude the nations part, but everything else is pretty much.
I don't know. My grandparents wanted me to have some nations.
Did
no,
they?
No.
No.
Yeah. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn, Esau.
They say exactly the same thing.
But
Yeah.
and it's hysterical. Like, he's talking to him. He obviously recognizes a difference in their voices. And he's like, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? Reuben, I'm blind. I don't understand
Shut up,
distinguishing
Chris.
between voices
You don't
anymore.
get to speak. Ha ha.
Oh, man.
And
You're
also,
blind, so you lost the ability to speak.
I also
Wow.
enjoy the fact that this is a lot like a lot of TV shows where somebody's pretending to be somebody else, but then the real one comes in later,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It happens a lot.
And it even says here, the very next line, then Isaac trembled very violently.
Here it
it's
says
just
he
like-
trembled very exceedingly.
Exceedingly, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of it all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried out with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing.
Guile, it says in mine. What's it say in yours?
Birthright.
Oh, really?
It's taking away my birthright?
It says guile. He has came with guile
Oh.
on mine. Thy brother came with guile, and hath taken away thy blessing. That's what mine says. What's yours say there?
Oh, he took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing.
Okay, I think it's 35. Yeah, that's where it is.
Oh, 35. But he said, But
Yeah.
he said, your brother came deceitfully, and he has taken away your blessing.
And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright,
okay.
and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered him and said unto Esau, behold, I have made for him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck.
Okay, so basically, Isaac is all like, he's going to have the stuff for now, but you're going to fight your way out of this.
Oh, well, he says you're going to serve your brother.
Well, it says, oh, yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
serve your brother.
Yeah. And then you have to
But
pretty
when
much...
you grow restless.
When you break loose, it says on mine, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt break loose. That's all it says.
It says, when you grow restless, you shall break his yoke from your neck.
Yes, his yoke. Right. So, like, he's an ox in a comparison there. So, he's the workhorse, and until then, you know, he's going to have to do all that crap. He'll break free, though, I guess.
Yeah.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And
That's
Esau,
not a blessing.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, guys, I've heard a lot about blessings. These don't qualify.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her youngest son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now, therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise.
Crazy psychic powers, guys.
Yeah. Flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days, until thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. When should I be deprived also of you both in one day? And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob take away from the daughters of Heth such as these which are the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me?
This is really interesting. In this translation, instead of Heth, Rebecca just says Hittite woman.
Wow, that's racist.
That's weird. Anyways.
Oh. All right, chapter 28.
Right. Hey, Chris, scroll down for a second.
What's up?
No, just scroll down.
Why?
Just do it.
This guy. Too lazy to scroll down?
We have 7 people watching right now.
Yes, sir.
What are you scrolling
What are we
down?
What are we looking at here? This?
There we go, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already have that on
There
the
you
top
are.
right
Did we?
corner.
Yeah, it's
there.
right there.
Oh, shit, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you should
Wow.
look at that.
Congratulations,
Whoops.
Lawrence.
No, just one. Congratulations.
One congratulation.
Why don't
Thank
you read chapter 28 for
Yeah.
us?
Okay, I can do that. All right. Then Isaac called... Wait, should I read it from KJV? Fine, I'll read it from this one. All right. Then Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and directed him, you must not take a wife from the Canaanite woman. Arise, go to Paddan Aram, to the house of Bethel, your mother's father, and take your wife from there, one of the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. God Almighty bless you and make you fruitful and multiply you. that you may become a company of peoples. Okay, so he pretty
says
much.
Congregation.
multitude
Mine
here.
says a congregation of people.
So he basically wants him to start another tribe. Is that what it's sounding like?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So if you take your cousin, kinda, I think, and get out of town, you guys.
First cousin.
Yeah, take one of your first cousins and get out of here.
Get out of here, you. Get a room.
Jeez.
Wow. Of course, she doesn't get a say in this.
No, not at all.
So just fucking take her.
Yeah.
May he give the blessing of Abraham to you and to your offspring with you, that you may take possession of the land of your sojournings that God gave to Abraham. Okay,
Here it
so he just
says
wants
the
him to
land
take.
wherein thou art a stranger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Thus Isaac sent Jacob away, and he went to Padan Aram to Laban, the son of Bethel, the Aramean, the brother
It
of
says the Syrian here.
the Syrian.
Mm.
We got some
mine doesn't
prejudice going on.
Yeah.
Here. And yours doesn't say anything.
Here's what mine says, I think. Onto.
Did you just?
Bethel the Aramean.
Yeah, Aramean. That's what this one says.
Yeah.
Huh.
Aramean.
Aramean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
brother.
blatant misinformation in the King James version.
No wonder people were upset you were reading just one.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the most cartoony one.
Yes, but we all got a book now. See?
The woo. The brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother. Wow, they just always feel the need to restate these things.
Oh yeah, it's important.
All right. Now Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take a wife from there, and that as he blessed him, he directed him, "You must not take a wife from the Canaanite woman." Does yours say the actual name?
I flipped ahead already. Sorry.
In
Canaanite
28:6.
Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of the Canaanite.
The daughters of Canaan.
What does yours say?
Mine says daughters of Canaan.
Okay. All right. And that Jacob had obeyed his father and his mother and gone to Padan Aram. So when Esau saw that the Canaanite woman did not please Isaac his father, Esau went to Ishmael and took as his wife, besides the wives he had. So, okay. Did we learn about these wives? I don't remember learning.
Does yours name them?
No.
No.
He had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought that was the one he was taking. Esau went to Ishmael and took as his wife, besides the wives he had, and then these are the wives he's taking. Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of
Nebajoth.
This one says like Nebaioth or something.
Nebaioth.
I don't know how to say words.
Yep. Nebaioth looks right.
All right. All right, and then this next section, Jacob's dream, that's actually the part that is our background for today.
Yes.
Got the angels descending here.
Yeah.
It's all duck.
Some great dreams.
Everybody duck. Everybody duck. All right, good.
Yeah. And if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, make sure to drop a like. We really appreciate it.
There's the duck. That's hilarious. Anyways.
Jacob left Beersheba and went toward Haran, and he came to a certain place and stayed there that night, because the sun had set. That's weird.
Wow.
Okay. He stayed there at night because the sun had set.
As compared to those nights when the sun doesn't
when the sun
set?
doesn't, yeah.
Oh.
Well, here it says he lighted upon a certain place, so maybe he was looking for somewhere to stay, and he found it, I guess.
All right. Taking one of the stones of the place, he put it under his head and lay down in that place to sleep. That sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, he found a rock to sleep on.
Here it says that he put the stone, took up the stones of that place and put them for his pillows. So he specifically uses rocks
This
as
just says
pillows.
That
this just says
sounds-
put it under his head and lay down in that place.
That
to sleep,
sounds
to
so
sleep.
cozy.
So
I would love that.
Yeah.
And he dreamed, and behold, there was a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached heaven. Before I go on, I totally skipped commenting on something.
Oh.
With Isaac's blessing to Esau, it definitely paralleled Cain and Abel. Because, the whole,
for sure.
you'll rise up against him because of what sounded like jealousy or anger. So, some parallels there. Anyways, moving on.
Okay.
And behold, the angels of God were ascending and descending on it, as if they didn't know where they wanted to go. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. So the Lord was actually standing up here. So
yes,
in his
but
dream.
in his dream.
Yes,
yeah,
yes. So in his dream,
He's standing in heaven above the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Practicing necromancy.
The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your offspring. Your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east, and to the north and to the south. And in you and your offspring shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Behold, I am with you, and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land. For I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised to you.
Wow.
Okay.
He's getting
Everything.
He's getting everything, and God says he's doing it now.
Yes.
That's new. Usually God's like, I promise, and then he doesn't really do it.
Well, he
Maybe,
says
I
he
hope.
won't leave until he has done what he promised.
Right.
Wow.
I don't know, maybe
They're
that-
just giving, God is just giving out land for free here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to everyone.
They're like, you'll figure it out.
It's like, you get some land, and you get some land,
And you get a new car.
And a lot of offspring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Clown
Like-
car, I
Clown
guess.
car.
Like the dust of the earth.
That's a lot of kids.
A lot of it.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Surely, oh wait, hold on. Then Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. And he was afraid and said, How awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. So this is while he's awake.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying that it's the door to heaven, basically, that area.
Yeah.
Well, hot dog.
Yeah, hot dog.
Maybe he took a nice nap next to one of those naturally occurring sulfur vents. You know, ooh, that'll give you some cool visions.
I do love those sulfuric visions.
Yep.
Here it says, how dreadful is this place?
Well, I mean, awesome just means full of awe.
Yeah.
Dreadful.
So it could mean both, because we use awesome, but we also have awful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So early in the morning, Jacob took the stone that he had put under his head and set it up for a pillar and poured oil on top of it. He called the name of the place Bethel, but the name of the city was Luz at the first. So it was already a city,
Yeah, this is like...
and it was like, here's a city, but it's yours now.
Well,
Wow.
I think it's just like ruins.
Maybe. Right. Then Jacob made a vow, saying, If God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and clothing to wear, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then the Lord shall be my God. Okay, so there's a distinction between Lord and God. Okay.
Weird.
Which is really interesting, because I think, earlier, in like the first chapter, it made it seem like there were lots of gods, and this
Yeah.
would help explain that.
Well, this is just going to be his God.
Yeah.
in
This
exchange.
Lord
Yeah.
shall be my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this stone, which I have set up for a pillar, shall be God's house. And of all that you give me, I will give a full tenth to you. A tenth? Like taxes?
Yeah, tithes. Dude.
Oh, that's right.
All right, chapter 29. Do you want me to read?
You can.
I think you'll
do
fuck it up.
It's possible.
I think you'll fuck it up. I don't think you should
But-
be reading anything.
You can try to read.
I can
What's-
give
what's
it a
that
go.
say?
It says that Lord refers to the God Yahweh.
Okay.
Yes.
Probably.
Probably. Then Jacob went on his journey and came to the land of the children of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field. And lo, the flocks of sheep laying there by it. For out of that well they watered the flocks.
So hold on. What does yours just say?
Mine says...
On 29:2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said that there were flocks, right? Just flocks.
3 flocks of
He
sheep.
he
in this
beheld a well in the fields.
Uh-huh.
It says he looked and beheld a well in the fields, and lo, 3 flocks of sheep
Oh, 3,
lying.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
Sorry, I
hear
said
you.
the. You're probably right.
Yeah.
I have a little sheen on here. Let me push it down. Anyways. And the stone upon the well's mouth was great. So it's a
Big
big
one.
big well.
Big
And-
well.
Yeah, lots of water.
Tither were all the flocks gathered. Means they were brought there.
And when all the flocks were gathered there.
Right. And they rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the sheep. That's ridiculous. Good job.
That's a great phrasing.
Yeah.
Have you watered your animals
Have
today?
you watered your sheep today?
Have you? I mean, you kind of have to. It says it right here in the Bible
Mm-hmm.
that you need to water.
And put the
your sheep.
stone back upon the well's mouth in its place. So he sealed the well.
Yep.
And Jacob said unto them, My brethren, whence are ye? And they said, Of Haran and are we? Of Haran are we?
So remember when I
So
said
they're
Chris
just
shouldn't be
saying
reading
that they're
anything?
from Haran.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said unto them, Know ye Laban the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. And he said unto them, this is horribly written. Is it well with him? So he's asking
it
about
cool with him?
Laban. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here
And
it's
they
just, is he well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
It says, "Is he well with him?"
Yeah. And they said, It is well. And behold,
Behold.
Rachel his daughter cometh with the sheep. Oh, good. And he said,
It's only because they're watered that they were able to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, they need to drink too, you know.
Yeah.
I know that's what they mean.
Yes.
But they.
I think, you know, they could bathe them as well.
Like it's a very poor phrasing.
And he said, Lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep, and go and feed them. And they said, We cannot until all the flocks be gathered together. Okay? So they're trying to combine their flocks.
Hey, does that verse keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they roll the stone from the well's mouth. Then we water the sheep.
Yeah, so he's saying that once all the sheep are together, we're gonna feed
Feed and
them
drink, yeah.
and give them stuff to drink.
Yes.
Well, how
We're going
nice.
to nourish the sheep.
This really seems boring. This part here, I'm not sure. They could have said they found water and got more sheep from, you know, they found some sheep and they got more sheep.
They got more sheep, and then they got the sheep together and gave them water.
I don't even think they had to tell us that, honestly.
Yeah.
They really, it's a lot.
It's for accuracy purposes.
Oh, of course. My bad.
It's like we just want to give a full account of the days that these sheep were having.
Well, these are like, you know, bedtime stories and shit, right?
God, am I tired
Are
now.
they?
Stuff that, well, it's an oral tradition.
I guess,
So,
yes.
That's like stuff that your mom would tell you before you go to sleep.
I don't know about you, but I did not hear this when I was a child.
No, they really screwed up at some point.
All right, so we're on 9 here. While he was yet speaking with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she tended them. And it came to pass, when Jacob saw Rachel the daughter of Laban his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban and his mother's brother. And Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and the water of the and watered the flock of Laban and his mother's brother. Of Laban, his mother's brother. They just keep saying that.
Yeah.
That's just great. And Jacob kissed Rachel.
That was fast.
That was quick, yep. And lifted up his voice and wept.
Yeah, and wept aloud.
He made out and went, what a lame guy. This guy's lame. All right.
That's like Chris after sex.
No.
You would know.
You
Lawrence.
wouldn't know, Lawrence. All right. And Jacob told
Sounds like
Rachel.
something I would know.
No.
I bet.
And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son, and he ran and told her father.
So he knowingly kissed her,
Then he cried.
and then he cried about it.
And then he told him
Because they were related.
they were cousins, first cousins.
That's what it
basically.
sounds like.
Or half at least.
Hey, pisgeologist. What does it say? Can't read from here.
Sheep have that effect on people. Yes, this is like counting them. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Ugh.
Oh man. Could we add some more flocks and give them some water? Boy,
I just think
I hope
Chris
that's
is lazy.
this whole chapter. Really, I didn't pick the shortest one, did I?
No.
No, you picked the longest one.
Oh, fuck.
Second longest.
Second longest
is it the
one?
second?
All right, well then I'm not very lazy. We're just trying to mar our way through this thing without, having some sort of brain aneurysm. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Too late.
Too late. All right. Okay, so Rebekah ran and told her father. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and then brought him to his house. Okay, I guess he's happy about this.
They do that in Europe, right? Kiss people.
They do.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not the part I'm having an issue with. I'm saying that it seems that Laban's pretty happy about this.
I know, this is a family member he's never met before.
I
And
suppose.
probably a good way to get a nice, you could pawn your daughter off. That's what you did back in the day.
I see.
Yeah.
And Laban said to him, Surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him to space of a mouth. So he just...
It says a month here.
It says... Oh yeah, a month. You're right. Thank you.
A mouth.
A mouth. A space of a month. So he gave him a month. And Laban said unto Jacob, Because thou art my brother, shouldn't thou therefore serve me for naught? What a great phrasing. Anybody got better phrasing?
Are you on 29:15?
I'm on 15, yeah.
Yeah. Then Laban said to Jacob, Because you are my kinsman, you should therefore serve me for nothing?
Oh yeah,
Mark.
serve me for free,
Yeah.
basically.
Tell me, what shall your wages be?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's what I have. Tell me, what shall thy wages be?
Okay.
Now Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. And
we have met
we
before.
had already met, yeah. And Leah's eyes were weak, okay, so she had bad sight. But Rachel was of beautiful form and fair to look upon, so she's hot.
Yeah.
And Jacob loved Rachel. All right, end of story. He's gotta, that's it. And he said, oh man, he's got to keep going. He's gonna ruin it. I will serve thee.
Wait, hold
7...
on. Jacob just kissed Rachel.
Yes. And now he's telling her that he will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter.
Right, but it seems like here, this is where they meet, even though they had already met.
I'm
So I
not
feel-
sure that she told.
Well, no, he's just
Laban.
establishing that he likes Rachel more than Leah.
Okay.
And Laban
Because
said,
the thing is, here's
Laban's talking
the
about
weird
this.
thing. The introduction to these people is here in 29:16 and 17 and that whole section. even though we had already talked about them, I feel like this was switched. I feel like this should be here. Do you know what I'm talking about?
A little bit, but at the same time, I think maybe one of them is concealing that they've already met. I kind of get the idea that
Like, to explain my position better,
Rebecca
because
ran and told her father, but
like to just explain
Yeah,
my
you're
position
right.
better.
you're right.
I think, because I'm just pointing to the paper and you guys can't fucking see what I'm pointing to. I think it should have just came earlier. I just think a section is misplaced. It just seems that way. I could
It's
definitely
a
be wrong.
romantic comedy.
It's a romantic comedy.
Yeah, it's a rom-com.
Yeah.
Where?
Anyways, let's
Okay,
keep
so
going.
I'm here. I think I'm at 19. And Laban said, "It's better that I gave her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me." Okay, he's like, all right.
Stay with me.
All right. How is this the Bible? Anyways, and Jacob served 7 years for Rachel. Well, that was fast.
Yeah.
We spent
I'll
all
serve you
this
for 7
time-
years.
We spent all this time on sheep and water.
But the
7
7
years
years.
Yep.
gone.
Man, these authors are just so inconsistent.
It hurts. Okay.
Jacob served
7 years later.
for Rachel.
Yeah, where's that at again? 7
20.
years? 20? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her. Wow. That's ridiculous. And Jacob, no wonder it seems like, so it's from his perspective, I guess? 'Cause
guess.
we're real fast forwarding through it. And
Yeah.
Jacob said unto Laban, "Give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go unto her." And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him. And he went unto her. Oh, okay.
Chris is like, oh, okay.
Okay.
What'd it say?
So
Oh yeah, it's a here. You should read it, Ruben. You'd get it faster than I would. It's about romantic comedies.
And Rachel said unto Chandler, "Tell not Monica that I hit on you hither."
That's great.
Yeah.
We were just watching
So-
Friends the other day.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys like that show?
It's
a good show.
okay.
Yeah, he loves that show. So I should redact.
So basically, Laban just tricked him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, haha, you get my blind, okay-looking daughter.
Yeah.
And he said to Laban, "What is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me?" And I love that
Why
word.
then have you deceived me?
Yes, beguiled is
Yeah.
a deceiver.
So this is fucking hilarious.
This is great.
It's like you wake up with someone that you regret sleeping with, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm married to you? Uh-oh.
oh, damn it.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine how bad this Leah chick feels?
I mean, yeah. And Laban said, "It is not so done in our place to give the younger before the firstborn. Fulfill the week of this one, and we will give thee the other also for the service which thou shalt." Oh, hold on.
Complete the week of this one, and we will give you the other also in return for serving me another 7 years.
Another 7 years. And Jacob did so. Wow, that was freaking quick. He just wasted 14 years. Okay.
Wow.
Do you really think he still finds
This other.
Rachel attractive
I
after
hope.
14 years?
I
Well,
hope
he
she
better.
kept her looks.
What does that say?
Jacob the deceiver becomes deceived.
Yeah.
Yes, finally his comeuppance. Here,
Yeah, his
you have to
comeuppance.
have a
Yeah.
blind wife for 7 years and serve me more.
There's some.
And he
karma
did.
for
Don't
you.
don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
He did the
Yeah.
time.
That is the moral lesson.
I
Thanks.
guess it really is
Okay.
the moral lesson.
And
Yeah,
he,
it really
and he-
is.
and he gave to him Rachel, his daughter, to wife, and Laban gave to Rachel, his daughter, Bilhah.
Bilhah.
Bilhah. God, I thought I was butchering it. Nope, that's it. His handmaid to be her handmaid. Okay, so he gave away his handmaid to her. And he went into also unto Rachel. That's horrible phrasing. And he loved Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years. So he was just
so
happy
is that
to work.
21 years?
He was
or
just
is
happy
that,
to work for the guy.
Now, hold on, is that 21 years, or
Yes.
did they say that he did it and then, or that he agreed to it?
This is
Oh
saying.
no!
This is
He
saying-
served 7 years.
Yes.
Then he says, "Do another week, and I'll give you my other daughter. In exchange for that, you'll serve with me for another 7 years."
Okay.
So 7 years, a week. He now has 2 wives. Another 7 years of service.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense.
Yep, that does make more sense.
Please clarify us if we're wrong. Thank you. What are we at? 30.
31.
Hey
31.
guys,
What's up?
I think our viewers should share the stream. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you enjoy the show,
Go on 4chan. Go on every.
Oh,
thing.
Jesus Christ,
Do
4chan,
whatever.
holy shit.
Please bring trolls. I don't care. It'd be fun.
What does that say?
2 wives and a maid.
2
Yes.
wives and a maid.
Yeah.
He's really got
He's
it.
got
made.
it all.
This.
This guy's loaded.
I will kill you.
You're just jealous. You can't think things like that.
Bad puns?
Yes.
Why would we be jealous? Anyways.
Actually, bad puns are my pickup lines.
Oh, good.
You know what you should do? You should, if you use Tinder, you should go on there, and then when you match with someone, you should be like, hey, did you hear about the robot that went to prison? And they're gonna obviously say no because that's ridiculous. And then you say, well, he was charged with battery.
What if there was a robot that went to prison that was
And
charged
they
with
know
battery?
about the robot that went to
Yeah,
prison.
and they like send you an article, and they're like, "That's a stupid joke. It's a real controversy."
Then I'd have to come up with a new one.
You have to come up with a new one, man. That's gonna be soon. Anyways,
Okay. So we're at 31.
31. And the Lord saw that Leah was hated, and he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. Okay.
Rachel was barren.
And Leah,
Wait, hold on. When the Lord
Conceived.
saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. So opened her womb for Leah, I think in this context, means that he made it easy for her to get pregnant?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
That hurt your brain. This whole thing is just brain hurt.
No,
buddy.
I'm pretty sure my joke did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could hear how that joke would hurt his brain.
Yeah.
Anyways, and Leah conceived and bore a son, and she called his name Reuben.
Reuben.
But it's spelled differently. than
Shitty
mine.
Reuben spelling.
Yeah.
It's the sandwich Reuben.
Sandwich Reubens.
Oh, do you remember
Yeah,
when
so
we
Leah
should have
got
had a
busy because
show
Rachel can't bear
called
kids.
I forget what the name of it was supposed to be, but basically it was supposed to be you and me. You were the host and I was the co-host, and you were supposed to be eating the lunch hour with Reuben, and you would
yeah.
eat a Reuben sandwich.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good show.
That'd be pretty funny.
I don't think it's
I think that was-
worth the pun, honestly. But
Man, that is a lot of work.
yeah.
All right. Wow, and she conceived again, but I don't think we're there. Let's see. Blah, blah,
And
blah.
Leah conceived
Right.
and bore a son, and
Right,
she
right.
called his name Reuben.
Because the Lord hath looked upon me, my affliction, for now my husband will love me. And she conceived again, and bore a son, and said, Because the Lord hath heard that I am hated, He hath therefore given me this son also, and he has called his name Simon.
Simeon.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Simeon. It's just stupid, but because you know what a simian is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's spelled differently.
Wait, isn't that a Sibian?
A simian is like a monkey. Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think.
The Simeon
Man,
is
my mind is going somewhere else. Let's keep going.
All right, I'm almost done with this one.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And she conceived again and bore a son and said, now this time will my husband be joyed unto me because I have bore him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi.
Levi.
Fine. Levi.
Yeah, Levi.
Like the pants.
Yes.
So this guy's
Exactly
pants.
like the pants.
These guys have bad names. All right.
Oh,
you
and
got,
apparently
hold up. You have monkey. You have pants. And what was it? The first one.
no,
Reuben.
hold on,
a
hold on.
sandwich. You
Reuben.
need a sandwich.
Reuben
Yeah.
means to see a son, apparently. It says Reuben means see a son. Simeon sounds like the Hebrew word for herd. Levi sounds like the Hebrew word for attached.
Well, interesting how pants are attached.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Because the attachment
Levi.
to...
Levi is pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yes. You only have one more verse.
I got one more to go, guys. And she conceived again and bore a son. And she said, this time will I praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah. And I think he's real important.
Judah sounds like the Hebrew for praise.
And she left off bearing. So she's no longer having
So
kids.
no more kids.
Huh.
Wow. So each of these kids was basically to earn the love of somebody.
And it didn't
It
work.
failed every time.
And-
that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It will
Now-
never work.
Now we know.
Yep. All right. Chapter 30.
Pants attachment. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob
Hold
no
on.
children.
Hold on. Make sure you guys throw a like on the video if you haven't already. That would
Direct.
be much appreciated.
Ooh, shilling,
Direct.
fire
Direct onto that
t-shirts.
like.
Direct. Yeah. And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children, or else I die.
Wow, else I die.
And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, am I in God's stead, who hath withheld from thee the fruit of the womb? And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees.
He got all
that
3
I may-
women. He got them all. He got them all.
I may also have children by her. So she's pulling a Sarah.
Yeah.
move.
I guess this was common.
Yeah.
Well, they're definitely mimicking a lot of earlier themes
Yeah.
in these sections. So I'm guessing, because I mean, since I don't remember all this shit, like word for word, I'm sure that
Man,
they
Roman,
have.
This is a long one, huh?
I'm sure they have, like, if you were to take the structure and like the themes and the myths of Genesis, I'm sure they have like a bunch of parallels. Like
Biblical
in
three-way.
like specific.
Right here, guys. Biblical 3-way.
Yes. Possibly 4-way.
Jeez. This guy gets around. Oh, man. We
This
should
is
have
great.
cushions on these chairs if we're going to sit in them for this long.
Okay.
Oh, relax.
I think this is like.
You're just butthurt.
Ha ha! I am!
So-
It's hilarious!
This is like Jacob's locker room talk, right? Like, he's like, oh man, I slept with all these girls, man. You know?
Got him all pregnant.
Got them all pregnant. I got like 50 kids.
No, this is a fan.
Yeah.
This is a fanfic. They got him super pregnant.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. And she gave him Bilhah her handmaid to wife, and Jacob went in unto her, and Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. And Rachel said, God hath judged me, and hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan.
Wow.
Dan. Hold on.
Dan.
Dan.
This is the easiest name.
Dan sounds like the Hebrew for judged.
Thanks.
Great.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's conceived again.
Yeah. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son. And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali.
Oh, good, because that's close to Dan.
Naphtali sounds like the Hebrew word for wrestling.
Please meet my 2 children, Naphtali and Dan. Oh.
And Leah saw that she had left bearing, so she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she called his name Gad. And
God.
Five-way.
And God, it is pronounced God, G-A-D. Like,
God.
you know, like God Sod? Yeah.
I wish it was Gad.
Sounds like the Hebrew for good fortune.
And there's a second son, and Leah said, happy am
Oh,
I for...
yeah, fortune you said, right?
Good fortune.
Right there. That is fortune.
Okay.
I guess I have the same things. They
Didn't
weren't
see
showing
them?
up. No, they weren't showing up until now. They were referenced, but they're only on every, like, 4th page.
Oh, okay.
So there's a second son, and Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. And Reuben went in the days of wheat and harvest, and found mandrakes in the field, and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldst thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes.
They're just handing them out. They're like, hey, you, go screw that person now.
They just keep wanting to please Jacob. They're like, well, this one
Maybe
can't
if he
conceive
has more
anymore.
kids.
I mean, that's literally the blessing that his dad
Jeez.
gave him.
I guess this is how we get all this dust.
And they never...
people.
Yes, and they never... Because for everybody else, they're all like, begat, begat, begat. But...
What the hell is a mandrake?
I have no fucking idea.
What is a man? That's a great question.
Probably some kind of herb.
Oh,
or...
I know. A mandrake, or mandrake is the name of an Ed Guy album.
Oh.
A metal band.
Wow.
And that's all I know. It has some like weird clown goblin looking thing on it. I don't think that's a mandrake, but it might be.
They do bring it up a lot.
They do.
And Jacob
Probably
came
look
out
into
of
it.
the
I'm-
field in
oh.
the evening.
Quick,
Guys,
quick.
Use your mandrake powers.
My mandrake powers.
Anyways,
I'll look
Jacob
into it, yes.
came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went up to meet him and said, thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes. And he lay with her that night.
Oh, great.
And God
It's like the code word.
Yeah. God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the 5th son. And Leah said, God hath given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar. Issachar.
Issachar.
Issachar. He is a car. And Leah conceived again, and bare Jacob the 6th son.
Jesus.
And Leah said, God hath endued me with a good dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun. And afterwards she bare a daughter, and called her name Dinah. And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her, and opened her womb. And she conceived and bare a son.
Rachel had a kid now.
No mandrake.
Uh.
No mandrake.
I gotta look up mandrake, huh?
And said, God hath taken away my reproach. And she called his name Joseph, and said, the Lord shall add to me another son. And when it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away, that I may go unto mine own place and to my country. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have served thee, and let me go, for thou knowest my service which I have done thee. And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thine eyes, tarry.
It's a plant?
Yes, that's what I said it was.
Okay.
I did say it was an herb.
It's from the Mediterranean region. It's an herb.
Of course it's from the Mediterranean. This entire thing takes place in the Mediterranean.
I know, but it's nice to know that it's still there.
Well, why wouldn't there?
It's been around the whole time.
Yeah. For I have learned by experience
sometimes
that
they
the
say
Lord
stuff
hath
that doesn't
blessed me for thy
exist.
sake.
What's that say?
It's a root.
Oh, all right.
It's a root.
Yep.
Yes. And he said, Appoint me thy wages, and I will give it. And he said unto him, Thou knowest how I served thee, and how thy cattle was with me. For it was little which thou hadst before I came, and it is now increased unto a multitude, and the Lord hath blessed thee since my coming. And now, when shall I provide for mine own house also? And he said, What shall I give thee? And Jacob said, Thou shalt not give me anything. If thou wilt do this thing for me, I will again feed and keep thy flock. I will pass through all thy flock today, removing from thence all the speckled and spotted cattle, and all the brown cattle among the sheep, and all the spotted and speckled among the goats. And of such shall be my hire. So shall my righteousness answer for me in time to come. When it shall come for my hire before thy face.
You know, in this translation, it says, "So my honesty will answer for me."
Righteousness. Righteous, dude.
Righteous.
Everyone that is not speckled and spotted among the goats and brown among the sheep, that shall be counted stolen with me. And Laban said, Behold, I would it might be according to thy word. And he removed that day all the goats that were ring-streaked and spotted, and all the she-goats that were speckled and spotted, and every one that had some white on it, and all the brown among the sheep, and gave them into the hands of his sons. And he set 3 days' journey.
Wait, hold on. What was that last section you said? I have every one that had white on it, and every lamb that was black.
It says brown cattle.
Oh, okay.
So shall my righteousness answer for me in time to come. When shall it come for my...
Mine says all the dark of the flock.
All right.
None of this is good. It all sounds racist.
And he set 3 days' journey betwixt himself and Jacob fed the rest of Laban's flocks. And Jacob took him rods of green poplar, and of the hazel and chestnut tree, and piled white strakes unto him, and made the white appear which was in the rods. And he set the rods which he had pulled before the flocks in the gutters, the watering troughs, when the flocks came to drink.
Troughs.
Troughs?
Yeah, that's how it's pronounced. Troughs.
Okay.
I gotta propose an idea at the end of this, but go on.
That they should conceive when they came to drink, and the flocks conceived before the rods, and brought forth cattle ring-streaked, speckled, and spotted. And Jacob did separate the lambs, and set the faces of the flocks toward the ring-streaked, and all the brown of the flocks of Laban, and put his own flocks by themselves, and put them not unto Laban's cattle.
Boy, that's confusing. But they really go into cattle a lot, and flocks and stuff.
Well, that's
Giggity.
It's the most important stuff.
trade, yeah. Trade is based
You gotta have a
on
lot of
cattle.
them. Yeah.
And it came to pass, whensoever the stronger cattle did conceive, that Jacob laid the rods before the eyes of the cattle in the gutters, that they might conceive among the rods. But when the cattle were feeble, he put them not in. So the feebler were Laban's, and the stronger Jacob's. And the man increased exceedingly, and had much cattle and maidservants and manservants and camels and asses.
Yep, asses. That's how this one ends today.
Well, it says, I got donkeys, but
Of course you
that's
do.
bullshit.
You've got the Disney
Bullshit.
version. This
I've
one
got
may
the
look
Disney
like
one.
it, but you've got the friendly,
real Disney
family-friendly
version.
one. Yeah.
So basically, in the end, he is artificially selecting the cattle he wants for himself, and he's taking all the good ones and giving fucking Laban all the bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's address some of these comments.
Oh, they're all we addressed them as they came up. Oh, other
Not
than
like
what's
all
the
the
point?
recent ones.
No, there's. Oh wow, you're right. Darth Dawkins is back. What's the point of all this? We're nothing. We're nihilists. Atheism, love to mock, but rarely challenge serious Christians.
Oh
Look,
my God!
we challenged you. All you had to do was send your contact info for Skype or whatever to our Gmail.
That's
That
it.
and he knows that it's bullshit. He knows there are plenty of atheists out there debating and having discussions. He knows that he's just bullshitting.
Yeah.
All right.
What a good point.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we had to address that.
And I looked them up in some other discussions.
Sounds like bad porn. Yes, it does. A lot of this does. Very bad porn.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen better porn.
No, it's bad, I'm saying. Of course you've seen
Fine,
better.
I've also
By
seen
definition, you... Fine. All right. That's what you meant.
How do I ask a question?
There are many questions.
You can ask whatever question you want.
Yeah.
You can add literally any question.
Any question.
Even if it's completely nonsensical.
We do respond to non sequiturs.
Yeah.
And yeah, why not?
The piss geologist challenged Darth Dawkins to a debate.
Of his choosing.
Cool.
Oh yeah, definitely atheists.
Yes.
That's why
That is
the channel.
The channel name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a
Does it sound like we're buying it? I hope not. It's funny.
Well, it's called the Bible.
Yeah.
You have to buy the bullshit.
I didn't buy a Bible. These are just Bibles that have
These are
existed.
just Bibles that were here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of Bibles.
I mean, we're not here to crap on people being good people, but people who should know that this is really, really weird stuff, and that it's hard to just take it on any faith.
Well, the thing is, you can take anything on faith. Faith is not a pathway to truth. Like, I could take on faith that, what's up?
Physiologist.
You know, if there's just a little more, if it gets a little saucier.
Yeah, then we'll buy it.
Yeah.
We'll actually buy a copy.
You know those like children's illustrated Bibles?
Yeah, they just skip over.
What if you
Man, those
what
are
if you
hilarious.
made an illustrated Bible? Right?
You know, I gotta go try
Where
to find
the only
mine.
illustrated parts are the sex scenes. You think that'd sell?
Yes.
I think it'd be
Absolutely.
great. You could have like this whole biblical threesome thing. Oh man. I'm sure there's classical art out there of it.
Oh yeah.
So this guy's got a real long one. If God didn't exist, then you would need an infinite number of causes. It's a scientific fact.
My
The
God, this
universe
infinite
has a
regression
beginning.
thing.
Why not an infinite number of things? That's fun. Let's go with it. Well, it's not infinite. It's an unreasonably
the thing
it's unreasonably large.
The thing is, if you want to end it at God, you could also end it at the universe always existed. You could end it there too.
You could go with quantum foam.
You can't just pick and choose
fluctuations that could automatically create universes
well, there's that.
all
There's
the
that,
time.
but
It's always a new universe being created.
Right, but the point is, you have to apply the logic that you're using for one thing and use it to everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's literally special pleading.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Sure.
How would you guys like to do this more?
How do you do
It's on Sundays.
school
Well,
more?
now you see the thing is it's Sunday school.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be on Sunday. I know it should. Yes, I agree. But I like the idea of doing this every day. It sounds fun.
Reading
We
the
got a
Bible
lot of
every
shit to
day.
do.
An
We
hour?
We got
Just
a
every
lot
day?
of stuff.
We do have a lot of stuff, a lot of videos that we're making.
Yeah, but this would only take an hour, and it doesn't require
I
much
need that
prep.
hour.
Just an hour. All right. Well, I think it would be cool to have some sort of live stream
Well,
every
like
day.
I enjoy live streaming,
We
but
could have-
Atheist Sunday School should probably be on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we could cover other religious books like
We could.
the Quran.
That is an idea.
Yeah. Oh, Pissed, what do you have as an idea? We're all ears.
Yeah, we're all ears here.
Yeah.
We're just talking to you guys at this point.
Yeah. We finished talking about the
It ended with
Bible.
asses.
Yeah, it ended with asses.
As all good things do.
All good things end with asses. Yeah. It's fair. Man.
All right. Well, I think we're going to start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
But it's always good to hear that we're interesting, and we want to
Hey, we're like-
3 times a week invite supporters and friends. I really do like the idea of doing this more.
I mean, I also enjoy it. We'd have to probably move schedule around a bit,
I mean,
just so I
sure.
have time to get stuff done.
Yeah.
I'm I'm sure I think we planned around giving you plenty of time, and I can always help you with stuff. I haven't been.
No, you can't.
I probably can. Hey, look, I read a chapter today. Was it that
good
painful?
Job.
A little bit.
A little bit. All right. Well, we'll work on it. So
All right. Let's do our final.
wrap things up.
Yes. All right. Thank you guys for
All of
watching.
our loyal followers.
All of our loyal-
You have done your duty to our empire by watching today.
Or-
we thank you for your service.
Yes, the Emperor speaks for all of us. Thanks. Calm
What he
down, buddy.
means-
Calm down.
Is thank you.
Thank you. Yes, especially to Pisgeologists.
Yeah,
and,
definitely Chris Douglas. Yep.
Chris Douglas,
Yeah,
our two great patrons.
Patrons. Yeah. So check us out on Patreon if you feel like helping out with anything. Really, anything is appreciated.
Yeah.
Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow us on there. Our website also, you could order shirts.
And
Yeah.
you can talk to us.
Yep.
through the
If
forums.
you've got more things you want to ask us, there's a whatever section. Create some stuff. I'll make people admins if they want to put more crap up there.
Basically, if we-
You can't
we
just
may
make
be-
everyone an admin.
No, but admin privileges aren't as great as you think. They don't let you edit my site. They just let you be an admin on the forum, which would be like they can have their own sections. It's nice.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyways.
I think that's
Oh,
all.
also, make sure to, not just now, but make sure to leave ideas in the comments about what we can do to make all of our content more exciting to you guys, because we want you guys to.
I think I need to write skits and stuff.
I think you need to do something.
Well, I think we haven't been doing like productions at all, and I've been thinking about it, and that would be really cool if I actually started building props and stuff like I have experience with.
You know that takes work, though, right?
I have a lot of cardboard and hot glue, man. We can and paint. We can do whatever you can think of, man.
And if we get $500 a month in Patreon.
Yes. If we get $500 a month on Patreon, we will make a movie on the trial and death of Socrates.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is a thing that we are going to be doing.
It's going to be so baller.
It will be baller. We will put a lot of time and effort into that.
It'll probably take a really long time, so...
But we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's quick look at the comments one more time because it seems like
Like they're doing
go back
lots.
to Fermilabs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to Fermilabs because I barely got enough off of that shoot. It was with Osher Tour, which is a retirement group, so I got invited as a +1. And they have Sundays where you can go in, so maybe if we missed one Sunday school, we'd go in for Ask a Scientist Sunday at Fermilab. That would be pretty cool, yeah.
Kenneth wants to know how to be a guest on the show.
Oh, well, that requires actually being a patron of $50 or more.
Yeah.
I think next week.
Yes, next week we've got Pisgeologist on.
And that spot is limited to 4 people.
Yeah.
Because,
We can't have 70 guests on
Yeah,
at once.
because
but
be a
maybe we
problem.
could. Maybe we could do a Discord thing.
I don't think that's 7.
But it wouldn't be this show. It wouldn't be this show, is what I'm saying. It would have to be something like the time we took to respond to this show for more stuff.
Also, I don't really like Discord.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I have no opinion on it.
I'm
so
not a big fan. I know Darth Dawkins
Yeah.
is.
yeah, get them.
Darth Dawkins, if you want to donate $50 to us a month,
Hey, man.
We'd love to
that'd be
talk
cool.
to you
We can have you
on this
we'll
show.
have you on.
Lickety split.
It'll be great.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how much
You can
reading we
pick
get done.
who you debate. Darth Dawkins, if you want.
Now, we'll bring in someone that knows a lot
Yeah, we'll
about a lot.
Let's ask Richard Carrier for help or something.
Wait, no.
Yes,
I-
let's get
I
Richard
think
Carrier
it'd
to
be
debate
fun.
Darth Dawkins.
I think that
That would be really funny,
amusing
yeah.
to see.
All right. So I guess we'll catch you guys next week.
As well, thank you.
Thanks again.
Adios.